This is a Fox 13 weather alert.
It's 11:30 on this Tuesday morning. I'm Chief Meteorologist Brian McMillan, and we are continuing our coverage of this Fox 13 weather alert day as heavy snow pounds the Cascades, a blizzard warning in effect up there in the mountains, and we have wind advisories, high wind warnings down in the lowlands. It has been quite the day so far. I want to also bring in meteorologist Alona McCauley, who is now here.
Hello.
And you just got into work. The drive into work, probably like my drive into work early this morning, was a little hairy, especially over the bridges, wasn't it?
Absolutely. So I typically make the commute in from the North Sound, so definitely over the Ship Canal Bridge.
Yeah.
Hang on to the steering wheel because we're definitely starting to feel some of the impacts of those stronger winds here through parts of the Puget Sound and lowland region. And yeah, they've been howling all morning long up in the Cascades.
Yeah,
for sure.
We're really starting to see that wind pick up, and it will continue to coming up over the next couple of hours. Right now, we're seeing some showers, especially on the north. And now on my way into work early this morning, we did have some showers. Right now, though, was yours mostly dry?
Mostly dry.
Yeah.
I saw pockets of blue sky, but that's probably not going to last very long.
Yeah, exactly. Up in the north toward Chimicum and up near Everett, continuing on up into Arlington, we're seeing some heavier showers. And right now over the mountains, the story over the mountains throughout the morning has been, hey, we're seeing some heavy dumping, and then sometimes it's just kind of some light snow showers, but it has been piling up there. And you were just taking a look at the numbers. We're going to show folks that here in just a second. Current temperatures have been hanging out in the mid-40s pretty much all morning long. And your wind gusts are starting to strengthen. These are some of the strongest gusts in spots like Whidbey Island and Shelton that we've seen all day long. We're talking 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts now. That's as expected. So the next few hours are going to be kind of the sweet spot here, Alona, for strongest wind.
Yeah, it is interesting because I was out here, at work last night and we were tracking it. And originally it looked like the winds were going to be a bit gustier in the early part of the day. Now we're starting to see that it's going to be more of that 11 o'clock hour to about 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. And that's pretty much boding well because we've already seen the winds increasing at Shelton just a short time ago up to a 56 mile an hour gust. You can see Whidbey Island as well through the strait there picking up some very gusty winds as expected.
And we had over a 60 mile an hour gust at Snoqualmie Pass, and that's where we can find Fox 13's AJ Janabel, who is live and cold.
Braving the elements,
cold.
man.
I'm getting hit with those wind gusts. I don't think it's anywhere near that 60 miles per hour that topped this area, but just as soon as they were like, all right, get ready, we got blasted with the wind. And it's not just the wind, but it's the little bit of frozen bits, the sleety, not exactly the kind flakes that are kind of whipping you in the face, like if you're at the beach and then the sand's just hitting you. It's great. It's a lot of fun. But take a look at this. Look at the pass. 20 inches in about 24 hours. They could get another foot in the next day. As we mentioned, those wind gusts, it's a big factor up here. Not a lot of cars on the road. You see the roads are covered. Coming up the pass along I-90, once you start getting in the area, a lot of chains getting put onto cars. There was a lot of law enforcement out there, flashing lights. Make sure you have those chains on your vehicle. Oh, the wind stopped. I can breathe and I can feel like a normal person. I was holding my breath that whole time. Make sure you have your chains if you're driving along the pass. If you don't have your chains, it could be a big problem for several reasons. It could be dangerous, or it could cost you a lot, or both. Another thing that was noteworthy today is as we were coming up the pass, the eastbound side, it was shut down for about an hour, but not for the reason you might expect for the weather on the roads. But instead it was avalanche control crews were up there doing the work, making sure that snow does not fall on the ground. Was talking to officials with WashDOT about everything that goes into that process to make sure the roads stay safe. They do have both lanes, eastbound and westbound on I-90 open, but if you can avoid this area, try to do so. Colby Murdoch behind the camera. Colby, if you could show the roads here at the pass, there are tractors, there's trucks, they're trying to clear the roads. You see there are still some cars up in this area, but there is not a lot of folks that are on the pass right now. There were not a lot of people on the roads either. I've said it a couple times, if you can stay off the roads as this snow is expected to go through the next few days to get another foot, as I mentioned, please do so. We're going to be up here though, letting you know how these conditions continue throughout the day.
You can be on the pass if you have one of those things right there.
Right.
How about that?
Just that
They're
one.
chained
Just
up,
that
though,
one. I'm
too.
going to see
You
if
can
they'll
see,
let us get on it.
Yeah. Hey, AJ, I have a really good question for you. I'm really glad that you brought that up about the avalanche danger, because that was something absolutely that the Northwest Avalanche Center was talking about yesterday, that there is a very high risk for avalanche concern here really for the not only today but moving forward, because we are going to get rounds of snow, heavy snow, layered on top of each other with that gusty wind. So definitely interesting to see that that is playing out exactly as those forecasters expected as well.
Yeah, of course. And when you're on, our side of the mountains, you're not thinking of avalanches. Even just saying that word kind of sounds like a foreign concept. But they're doing that work. They do that work a couple times a year. And when I was talking to officials with WashDOT, with the amount of snow that this area saw, 20 inches just in about 24 hours, they were up doing that work. It's really interesting work. In the past, they used to have a tank that they would shoot artillery to create those avalanches. They still use explosives, but in the recent years, they've added new technologies where they're creating divots in the ground to catch that snow. They have a big wall bank. So it's not as explosive as it used to be, but they are still up there. They're still doing that work, and it's scary when you think about that possibility of snow falling, but they are working throughout the day today to make sure that those roads stay safe.
It looks like a little bit of a break from the action up there in the mountains. AJ Janeville, thank you so much, and stay warm. Get back in the car, all right?
Say that, Brian.
Hey, want to take a look at this blizzard warning that continues through tomorrow morning. This is up in the Cascades, and not to mention over the Olympics as well. Had some big totals up there, didn't we, Alana?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, take a look. This is just within the last 24 hours. So Mount Baker ski area picking up 20 inches over Stevens Pass right now, 20 inches. Mount Rainier up at Paradise in excess of 20 inches. And as we just mentioned, and AJ was kind of alluding to this as well, I mean, we're talking easily 19 to 20 inches just within the last 24 hours.
And we're going to see another 8 to 12 inches on top of this in most spots. Now, Snoqualmie Pass, maybe not quite as much, but you get to Stevens and White Pass, we could see a foot to a foot and a half more on top of what we've already seen. And Mount Baker, about a foot and a half more as well. So here's that 7-day forecast.
Yeah.
And so now we're going to get through today. Okay. We're going to get through today. We're going to get through this wind that we're seeing down in the lowlands as well, because that's been damaging. We've seen some power outages as well. I'm going to scooch on over here. 45-year high today, strong wind at times, and we're going to continue with some snow up in the mountains here tomorrow as well. But then we got,
get interesting.
Yes, then it's going to be all about a chance for some lowland snow coming up later on in the week, Friday and into Saturday. And look at those high temperatures. We're talking highs only in the upper 20s.
Yeah, this is really going to be that first blast of Arctic air that we have seen this season. And yeah, with that, the timing of this is going to turn out to be very interesting, as we're already tracking another storm system moving in. So that yet again means more snow for the higher elevations, but that snow level coming all the way down to the surface at around 200 feet. So that would include much of our Puget Sound region picking up a dusting or so.
So usually 1 to 3 days out, we can start really getting a good idea on the timing of this system that's going to be hitting us here on Friday and into Saturday. We can show you then who's going to get it, who's not, how much we're going to get. We'll have a better idea as we get a little bit closer. But gear up, folks. Winter has finally arrived
in a big way.
Area.
It arrived in a big way.
Absolutely. And hey, remember to download the Fox 13 weather app. Okay, you can do that in the App Store, in the Android Store, and the iPhone App Store as well. It is a really great resource. You can check out the radar on there. It sends you weather alerts as well. If, let's say, there's a winter storm warning or something like that for your area, check that out. And the best thing, my favorite part of it, is that you can send us videos, because we can't be everywhere all at once. We love getting your videos.
Definitely. You are our eyes and ears of what's happening outside, especially within so many different locations with our region being so large. We would love to see what's happening in the different parts of town for sure.
If you have damage in your area from the wind, or if you're up in the mountains right now and you're seeing snow, we'd love to see it. We'll be checking back with you here throughout the day on the Fox Local app and on our live stream at fox13seattle.com.